How to lose weight. To be honest, everybody knows how to lose weight. You exercise and you eat right, you'll lose weight. That's a guarantee. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who say, hey, you know, I tried that, it didn't work, and I tried this and that. Some people say, I've tried everything under the sun, and it doesn't work. If you've ever heard of the TV show Survivor, when people go on that island or whatever, and they're eating nothing but grass and cockroaches, they all lose weight. There isn't a single one that actually gains weight or stays the same weight 40 days later. So I promise you there are ways to lose weight no matter what. No disrespect. I know people have different metabolisms, hormonal issues, medical issues, all that stuff. Those aren't the people I'm talking about right now. You guys need to take care of those medical issues first. But I'm talking about the people who are trying to lose weight safely, correctly, and I'm going to share with you 12 mistakes that people make when trying to lose weight. What are the top 12? And we're gonna start with number 1, extreme dieting. People will do is they go on this crash diet, they cut their calories, they drop down to like 1,200, 1,600 calories a day. Depends on your body size, your resting metabolism, all of that stuff. But when you cut calories too much, all you're gonna do is shoot down your metabolism, mess up your hormones. What happens is you'll end up gaining the weight back when you go back to normal calories, and you have to train your body to be different. So the crash diets don't work. The extreme dieting doesn't work. In fact, sometimes what you'll do is because you limit calories so much, you start losing bone mass and muscle mass, and those are things you can't afford to lose. In fact, if you're over 40 years old, they say every pound you lose, no matter how you do it, every pound you lose, 50% of it is bone and muscle. And if you do it with a crash diet where you cut calories a lot, sometimes 70, 80% of the weight you lose is bone and muscle. You don't want to lose muscle, you don't want to lose bone. No extreme dieting. That's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is some people rely solely on supplements. You've got to change your habits. Lifestyle is what's important. Supplements should be supplemental. You take some of these fat burners and it's going to increase your metabolism, but then you can't stay on those forever. They'll hurt your heart and they'll affect your kidneys, your liver, and energy drinks, things like that. So be really careful. Supplements should be a supplement. They shouldn't be the main thing. You do have to change your lifestyle. Number 3 is some people aren't paying attention to portion size. Portion size is very, very important. See, ultimately it boils down to what you burn off has to be more than what you put in. It matters what you eat, but it's also just as important how much you're eating and how you're eating that food. Smaller portions spread over time systematically has proven to do better with people than larger portions. So be really careful with your portion size. You know, today at lunch I had ground chicken with brown rice and steamed broccoli. It was a lot of food. It took me like 20 minutes to eat it. It wasn't a small portion, but you know what? All of that was only 400 calories. There are drinks you can get at your coffee places that have more calories than that. Portion size is important. You don't want to overeat. So that brings us to the next one, talking about coffee drinks, ignoring liquid calories. A lot of times, like your coffee creamer, you don't count those calories. You put too much coffee creamer, that's a lot of calories. There's a high fat content. Fat has a lot of calories. I'm not telling you to cut out fat. Fat is good for you. That's not what this video is about. But don't ignore the liquid calories. There are drinks, like I said, at famous coffee stores. 1 cup is like 700 calories. That's almost twice as much as what my lunch was today. And some people drink 2 of those a day, plus they eat 3 meals. That's too much. You can't ignore the liquid calories. Lack of physical activity is another mistake people make. Some people say, if I just cut down what I'm eating, but I don't exercise, I'll still lose weight. Yes, but those are the people who lose a lot of muscle mass. And what you want to do is maintain your muscle mass. So some exercise is important. Also, exercise, it's not about burning calories while you exercise. It's about increasing your body metabolism so that you keep burning more calories at rest. So weight training, cardiovascular exercise, and stretching, those are all important. So don't ignore the physical activity side of things. Overestimating calorie burn with exercise is another mistake. We get on that treadmill and the treadmill says, oh, you just burned 300 calories. Did you know that if you were sitting on a couch doing nothing while you're awake, you probably would have burned like, I don't know, 75 of those calories just by sitting on a couch doing nothing? Because there's calories you're burning. Also, those machines aren't accurate. They're not actually measuring how much you burn. They're measuring how much work you did. It depends. Someone who's really fit, really big, really muscular, gets on that same treadmill, does the same amount of exercise, they may burn more than what the machine says, and another person who doesn't have the same metabolism may burn less than what the machine says. Don't let what the machine tells you dictate how much you eat afterwards. Ignore the calories. Don't overestimate how much calories you burned when you exercise. Underestimate. You'll be on better end of things. Another mistake is mindless eating. We're distracted, we're watching TV, we keep eating, and we don't realize we just ate enough, or we're snacking too much. We can't be doing that stuff. That's called mindless eating. It's calories that you don't need. It'll lead to weight gain. Not getting enough sleep is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Do you know sleep is what sets your hormones? It sets your metabolism. You do actually burn fat when you're sleeping. People who sleep more have better body composition, less fat, more muscle, more bone. They're just healthier, healthy and fit. So make sure you're sleeping properly. Don't mess up your hormones. Testosterone drops if you're not sleeping properly. Growth hormone drops if you're not sleeping properly. Those are things that burn fat and build muscle. Setting unrealistic goals. You say, over the next 30 days, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Can you do it? Well, maybe. I don't know if you eat drastic and do one of those crash diets like we talked about not doing, but that's ridiculous. And then 30 days goes by, and if you haven't hit your goal, you get discouraged. Now you're like, this thing doesn't work, and you're not motivated anymore. You have to think long term. Weight loss should be slow and steady. So don't set unrealistic goals. What if your goal was, hey, I'm going to lose 15 pounds over the next 12 months? And then if you lose more, great. If you hit your goal, fantastic. You should celebrate. But now you've built this long-term vision. You've changed your lifestyle. For a year, you've eaten differently, exercised better, and you've got a better mindset. Focusing only on the scale, that's a mistake. Just checking your weight is not right, because if you're exercising correctly and you're adding some muscle mass, you may not lose a lot of weight, but you'll see your size and your dimensions start to decrease. Your body fat can go down and muscle mass can go up. Your body composition can improve. It's not about the scale. Also, if you weigh yourself every day, you know this. Certain days you weigh more than others. There are these certain workouts I do where I literally lose like 3 pounds through the day. At the end of the day, I'm 3 pounds lighter, especially when I do these leg workouts in the gym that my coach prescribed for me. Gosh, at the end of the day, I'm actually lighter. It's not because I lost a lot of weight that day. It's because I sweated a lot. It's water. Water's leaving, so don't worry about the scale so much. I do want you to weigh yourself every single day, because knowing what the scale says helps it stay in your mind so you can make better decisions throughout the day. Weigh yourself every day, but don't rely or focus strictly on what the scale says. Do measurements, take pictures. Take a picture of yourself in a swimsuit every week. Every Sunday morning, take a picture of yourself. Every Sunday morning, measure your chest, your waist, your thighs, your arms, whatever you're checking, just to see what those measurements look like, and keep track of that. What you measure will improve. What you ignore will get worse. Emotional eating. So many times I see people, myself included, I really need some feel-good food. Let's go get some junk food so we can feel better about ourselves. I'm really upset, or I'm depressed, or I'm angry. Don't do that. Figure out other ways to deal with emotional issues, not eating. If you have that, maybe some support groups would be good. Maybe an accountability buddy or a partner would be great. Say, hey, I'm going to call you every time I feel like emotional eating so that I don't do it. It should not be a coping mechanism. Food shouldn't be a coping mechanism. The last one, to me, this is the most important one. This is the biggest mistake. They don't determine what their why is. You're trying to lose weight, but you don't know why. Why are you losing weight? Oh, because I want to fit into that dress. Well, why? Why do you want to just fit into the dress? Why isn't it about other things that are more important? Pick a why that changes you. I mean, there was a lady I met who her sister passed away, and she was the only living relative of her sister's 3 kids, and she was just as sick as her sister, and she was overweight. And she said, if I die, these kids won't have anyone to take care of them. My why, her why, ended up being that she needs to get fit, she needs to lose some weight and be healthy so she can be there for these little kids. Now that's a strong why. You know that person's going to be successful. Pick a why that motivates you, that every morning when your alarm clock goes off and you wake up, you go, this is why I'm going to stay focused. Have that mindset. Visualize what you're going to look like. Know what you want to look like and believe you can get there. Doesn't matter how long it takes. No deadlines, right? I want to be fit. I want to, for example, I want to weigh 175 pounds. I want to have 10% body fat. I want to be able to run 3 miles without stopping. And I'm determined to do it. Now I'm visualizing that, and I'm excited about it. And I know exactly why I'm going to do it, because I want to be able to play with my great-grandchildren. I want to be around to do this or that, whatever it might be. Have that mindset, have the why, and go for it. Those are the 12 biggest mistakes people make. I hope that helps you. If it does, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, share it. I do want to tell you, just by watching this, we appreciate you. So if you don't subscribe, we still love and appreciate you. We just would appreciate it if you did. So thank you so much. Take care. We'll be back soon.